Thank you to our sponsors: Butler Machinery, North Dakota Corn Council, North Dakota Soybean Council, Bremer Bank, Peterson Farm Seed, Crary Ag, and Farmers Mutual of Nebraska.
Our Agweek corn and soybean tour continues this week with a stop in the Red River Valley. I met with Sam Markell, North Dakota State University plant pathologist, to look at the soybean crop in the region and talk about diseases to look out for. Sam, tell me about the soybean crop we're seeing this year in the Red River Valley.
We've been out scouting in the last couple of weeks, and it's kind of all over the board. In areas where there was enough rain, it looks really good. There's some dry spots, and I'm a pathologist, so a lot of what we were scouting for is disease. And we're finding some interesting things.
Speaking of diseases, what are you seeing this year in the crops?
Yeah, there's actually quite a few stem diseases. So things like charcoal rot, brown stem rot, some of the things that have been popping up recently, but increasing, it appears, this year. And then, of course, the one that I'm probably most worried about is soybean cyst nematode. We had a really warm June in general, and that nematode really likes that. And so it got started early. So we're seeing spots that maybe you have a stunted place, maybe it's turning yellow a little bit too early, maybe it looks like IDC, but it's showing up later in the season. Often that's soybean cyst nematode. And so if there's one disease I would encourage growers to take a look for, it's SCN. And you do that with soil sampling.
When producers are out scouting their fields, what are some of the things that you advise they look out for?
Yeah, so right now I would say the two biggest things are take a look at the stems, the low stems. And if you see a lot of blackening or you see areas with red cankers or something like that, try to figure out what that is, because that is a disease. And most of the time we've got genetic resistance for it. All you need to do really is figure it out now, and then you have all the tools you need to make a good selection for variety next year. The next thing I would do is really towards the end, towards harvest, really consider soil sampling for soybean cyst nematode. That one, you can take like a 30% yield hit and you won't see above ground symptoms. So it really is soil sampling. And in the Red River Valley, especially the Southern Valley, we've got quite a lot of SCN around. So with SCN sampling, the North Dakota Soybean Council supports a free sampling program. So all a grower needs to do is get in the field by harvest, take some soil out of the field, put it in a bag that the North Dakota Soybean Council provides through the county extension offices, send it to the lab, you get your data back, and they pay for everything. So my hat's off to the North Dakota Soybean Council for supporting things like that.
Well, that sounds like a great program. Thank you for joining us today, Sam.
Thank you for helping give the word out.
Sam Markell. For those interested in soil sampling, please visit ndsoybean.org.